Hey friends, this is Tanya, and I'm so excited. We're going to another flea market slash antique mall in my area, and this one is huge. It's called The Rose. There's a lot to see in here, and I would say this one, there are some curated booths that are more antique mall style, but there are also quite a few sort of flea market type of booths that have just tons of stuff in them and you have to kind of dig through. So if you like both, then you would like The Rose. And I think they're open 7 days a week. And as you can see, as I'm walking through, there's just so much to look at and so many unique finds here. And that's what's fun about it. It's the fun of being on the hunt for the unique pieces that can personalize our houses, right? I love going out shopping secondhand. There's so many different reasons for doing it, but I just enjoy personalizing my space and looking for quality made items. There's a lot of mass-produced home decor and furniture these days, and not that those things can't be used in my house, but I think a mix is a great look and a layered look, and it gives you more of a designer feel, but also decorating for your personality, and so that you feel happy when you walk in the door and it feels more like your family or your personality. This is a booth that I really always gravitate towards here, and love this Henry Link furniture in that sort of celery green. Is that not beautiful? My daughter had a whole set of that when she was a kiddo, and we absolutely loved it. Kind of wish I hadn't gotten rid of it when she got older. But here are a couple of great pieces. And hey friends, I just want to mention here, do you have a passion or a hobby or just even your life experience that you want to share on YouTube, but you don't know where to get started? Maybe the tech is overwhelming. I've created a course that's just for those of us 50 plus. However, any age is welcome, of course, but I would love to see more 50 plus creators on YouTube. So I'm excited to launch this. And if you want to get on the waiting list to where you know when it launches and goes live, and I will do it with you, and we'll have a lot of fun. I'm also going to send you my 5 mistakes that I see new YouTubers make and how to avoid them, just so you can get started on the right foot. And so just follow the link I'm putting up here or in the description, and I'll send you that and you'll be opted in. And listen, if I can do this, I've done YouTube for years. I started from scratch. I had no help, and I want to change that for other people. But I have a lot of experience, and I've learned what to do, what not to do, and I've made quite a bit of money. So I would love to share all that with you. Now back to our gorgeous booths here. I absolutely love some of the pieces in this booth as well. And there's a gorgeous antique clock, and it was around $50, which is a little bit of a splurge, but going and trying to buy something new, a lot of times you're hitting that $50 mark easily. Very reasonable to pick up a pretty throw pillow, or just kind of, it's when I'm recording this and when I walk through, we're heading towards spring. So of course I'm looking for maybe things that I would add to the cottage to make it feel more like spring. Antique or vintage books are always a favorite of mine. I love decorating with those. They just feel really warm to me. And this was a really nicely styled booth. I just loved this marble top table. Those are not very easy to find in my experience with the real marble. There's a lot of fake marble ones being sold at some of the big box stores, which may serve a purpose, but they're not going to be around for the long haul probably. But I really loved how this booth was merchandised with those sort of more rustic southwestern blankets. Really pretty. A lot of personality pieces here. And vintage artwork. You can never go wrong, whether it's a print or an oil. I've been collecting sort of ocean seascape oil paintings, and I have a whole gallery wall of those in my office right now. Really liked that blanket with that big thick fringe on there. That was unusual. Some other really pretty pieces in here. Portrait prints and oils are super, super popular, especially doing a little bit of a gallery wall with those if you're wanting to get that sort of old money look or granny chic, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, cottage core. There's another Henry Link nightstand there that goes really well with that armoire that I was looking at. Mercury glass mirror, really pretty, etched on the edges there. It's a bit of an investment piece, but I guess it's not a mercury glass. It said Venetian, and that makes more sense. You know, I'll do these voiceovers and stuff, and I'll know exactly what something is called or the style or whatever, but when you get talking and I'm talking to my computer, a lot of times I just can't even think of the word that I'm trying to think of. And I've seen other people on YouTube do the same thing, and I have to laugh because I know how it goes. There's a lot of milk glass, that hobnail milk glass. It's kind of not in favor right now. I see a lot of it, and the price is inexpensive. So if you love it, you might want to grab it because everything goes in cycles, it seems like. And I'm sure it will be back. But even look at the vintage Matchbox. It's so cute. And here is the textile, one of the textile booths. Fat quarters for $1. It's a good price. They have pillows and lengths of fabric, and I'm not mad about it. I love digging through fabrics, and some really pretty antique pieces in this other booth. And you know, when they're all together like that, they can look a little bit like heavy to me. But if you'll take one and mix it in with more modern pieces or brighter finishes, you really get a unique and fresh look. In my opinion, everybody's got their own opinion and the way they like to feel in their home. Pretty different glass pieces. This was a guy booth all the way, which I don't mind poking around through either. Some of these guys are good pickers. Look at that cobalt blue all together. All kinds of fun finds in here. Whether you're looking for something bigger or smaller, or just browsing for ideas. I do a lot of that, just getting inspiration and ideas. Oh, this was definitely a favorite. Loved that dark hutch with the jadeite all over it. I thought that was really unique. And that hutch was just so pretty. So another nicely styled, more antique wall style booth. I liked how they had these bookshelves set up. Using vintage books as decor, so cute. It gives a really warm look to it. And of course I love all wicker and rattan pieces, and that square box, or rectangle box rather, with a lid. Don't see those too often. I thought that was just beautiful, and we all need storage, and why not make it aesthetic and pretty when we're having to store things away. How cute are these? Silver plate, I've noticed it seems like it's coming back around. It went out of favor for a while, and it seems like it's kind of making a comeback, just barely. But it's got that hotel silver feel, and I think just with sort of the old money look, it's starting to come back in favor. This little box is adorable, little drawer unit. I could see that for silverware or jewelry or a spice box or in an office. There's so many different uses for that. Again, you can go out and get, you know, a bunch of plastic bins and different things, and those have a time and a place for sure, because sometimes you need them to be washable and whatever. But if it's going to be out in the room, why not make it a lot prettier? They had some nice furniture selections in here. I definitely tend to look secondhand on furniture before new, because it seems like the quality that you can get for the money is so much better quality. Usually you can get a solid wood, dovetailed drawers, etc. Now I have some pieces in my home that are new, and they're not super high end, because I can't generally go to Bassett or any of these places that, you know, it's thousands of dollars for one piece of like a dresser or something. That's not generally been my budget. Some of you it is, and everybody's different. And sometimes you want to splurge and invest on a piece because it's just exactly what you want. And that's the thing with buying secondhand and thrifting. Sometimes you can find exactly what you want, and sometimes you have to just, I have found that I have to have just kind of a general idea what would work. I just kind of go more with the overall, what the look is I'm going for, the style. And then there's a lot of different pieces that could fit in that. I mean, they have just drawers of things to look through, and cases, and just on and on and on. Pretty much anything you want, you're going to be able to find in here. Jewelry, and then if you have kids with you or a kid at heart, maybe you or someone with you, there's all kinds of fun collectibles here. You can see how much time you could certainly spend in here if you wanted to. Whole collection of brass. It really makes an impact when it's grouped together like that, doesn't it? Beautiful. Carved wood pieces. More vintage books. some amber glass. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but you can drink out of fancy glasses every day. You don't have to have a special occasion. I have a friend that she used to use a wine glass for her mouthwash. It was on her bathroom counter. And I thought, how fun is that? Look at this ruby glass, how pretty. And affordable. And I always love a good basket. Like I said, I love wicker and rattan, and I love these sort of more rustic patterns, southwestern, for just holding your fruit or putting them up on the wall. They just add some character. Loved that little deer canvas. How cute for a kid's room or really anywhere, if you ask me. I love those. We have a lot of deer in our woods here, so it's kind of a theme. Beautiful desk. I love a good secretary desk, especially because you can close it up and hide the mess. These bunnies would be so cute with some fresh flowers in between. And let me know, do you decorate for spring? Do you put out bunnies, or do you just put maybe some fresh flowers or some everlasting, we used to call them silk flowers, but they're not made out of silk. Just the fake flowers that are, there's a lot of really realistic looking ones now, like the Real Touch ones are good. Here was another really pretty secretary desk. Again, solid wood. And what was that, $225? I mean, you could pay that for a pressed wood desk all day long. If you bought it new, it'd be pretty easy to spend that amount. This is very retro, this Formica countertop, and it looks like the chairs have been redone. Could be pretty cute. This is a mid-century hutch there, if that is what you enjoy, and even the mid-century dishes to go along with it. Could be fun in the right spot. And I always love these set of bowls because my mom had those growing up, the Pyrex, and I always remember her potato salad in that big yellow bowl when I was growing up. Makes me want to eat potato salad when I see that one. This piece, I've seen a few of these at estate sales and they're always quite pricey, but what a conversation piece and really a showstopper in the room. Just beautiful. Cute canisters. I love a blue and white chinoiserie. Thought those were really pretty. And here was just a small little booth with some great linens. You could get some really good value on some better quality linens if you look at them secondhand sometime. Just be sure to look them over and make sure they're what you want. There's not any stains or rips or anything that you don't want to deal with. This was gorgeous, a shabby chic comforter, and I'm pretty sure that was way more than that in the full queen, brand new, and it looked like it was probably 100% cotton. And a matelassé is always a classic, and I've not seen one in this periwinkle blue, really pretty. Great finds all over. really interesting chair here. And let me know in the comments what you saw here that you might take home. And let me know what you'd like to see here on Free Range Cottage, where we do home decor, thrifting, and cottage life, and a lot more to come. Loved these botanical prints. That's always something that I gravitate towards as well. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.